My first recollection of this was when I was 17. About the first week I was here as an ASU freshman, and some of us from the dorm climbed up there to sit on the A.
Yeah.
None of this was here. None of this was here. And we've come together here this morning to honor two of the best-known names in the city of Tempe. Both the Monti name and the Hayden name are well respected in our community. Both of these families have literally helped build Tempe and helped write the important chapters in our history. The connections between the Monti and Hayden names are symbolic of much that has made our community a success. Leonard Monti is one of Tempe's most renowned businessmen. He opened Monti's La Casa Vieja restaurant on April 23rd, 1956. A very good year, I might add. And he turned it into a valley landmark. A longtime contributor to the Tempe community, Leonard was awarded the Don Carlos Public Service Award in 1983. He brought attention to the recreational value of Hayden Butte with his daily walks up the Butte, accompanied by his friends Hayden C. Hayden and Weldon Shostal. Excuse me. Those of you who are longtime residents of Tempe will attest that Monti's restaurant was an important anchor in the early years of our downtown era. While 2 decades ago the downtown was going through a period of decay and downtown businesses were having a difficult time attracting customers, Monti's was the testament to what downtown could be. And its success during downtown's depressed times showed that businesses could and would thrive in this location. Downtown redevelopment was predicated on the hope that other businesses would be as successful as Monti's. And just as an aside, for you trivia buffs who are in the audience, you may not know that Leonard Monti is a part of a Tempe trivia question. The question is this: what do rock legend Bob Dylan, ex-Celtic basketball great Kevin McHale, and Leonard Monti have in common? They were all born in the small town of Hibbing, Minnesota. The Hayden family also has a long and rich tradition in Tempe. Charles Trumbull Hayden is generally credited with being the founder of our city when he settled in 1871, this month of April, on the south bank of the Salt River. He established a mill, a general store, and a ferry service across the Salt River. His son, Carl Hayden, was Arizona's first member of the House of Representatives and served a record 57 years in Congress as both a representative and a senator. I know that because just last week when I was in Washington giving a tour of the nation's capital to some other people from Arizona, we stopped at the statue of Charles Trumbull Hayden that is there in the Capitol. And one of the facts about what happens within the Capitol there, states are only allowed 2 statues to represent their state somewhere within the Capitol area. And the statue of Carl Hayden is one of those that represents the state of Arizona. He was also a member of the City Council. He was a county treasurer, a county sheriff, and served briefly as a reporter for the Tempe Daily News. And we will forgive him for that brief report with journalism and as a reporter. But like La Casa Vieja, the Hayden Flour Mill is a Tempe landmark. The flour mill is the oldest continually operating industry in the state of Arizona. Hayden C. Hayden continued his family's pioneering legacy, serving as president of the mill. And he also served as a Tempe councilman and is still a very active member of Tempe Diablos. It is fitting that we honor both the Monti and Hayden families today, and that the Leonard Monti Trail wilds its way up the Hayden Butte Park, because the history of both these families are intertwined. La Casa Vieja is home to Monti's and was the home of the Hayden family. Monti's and the flour mill both have been mainstays of the downtown and are 2 of our most recognizable landmarks for our entire community. Both Leonard Monti and Hayden C. Hayden are friends who have walked many, many miles together up and down this butte, sharing friendship, camaraderie, and tightening the bonds that links these 2 historic names and families. Today's dedication formally honors these two great names and two great individuals which hold a prominent place in the history of the city of Tempe, and now forevermore will hold a prominent place on Tempe Butte. At this time, I'd like to ask Jamie Helmers, who is the chair of the Tempe Parks and Recreation Board, to come forward and give you some comments on behalf of the Parks and Recreation Commission Board.